I'm JJ Williams from the Great Northern Lego Railway and also with Portlug.
I'm James Ritzman. I'm also with Portlug in Portland, Oregon.
The backstory is the last couple of years, all of these superhero sets have got some form of a jet or something other in the flying apparatus. So the joke was to shoehorn Hawkeye under the bus further like he gets in the comic world and make him the airport parking valet attendant at the Luxury Superheroes private airport. Then so that was our concept for Rose City Comic Con, which was 3 weekends ago. Yeah. So then what happened was Civil War came out. We're like, okay, we're going to repurpose and do the fight scene from Civil War at Leipzig Airport in Germany. So basically I started kind of laying out some infrastructure and all of that. We started getting some stuff together, and then lug bulk issues and other BrickLink order issues. You know, the normal builder stuff. I'm building under a crunch and a timeline.
Typical shenanigans.
Yes, so James built planes and terminal. I handled the runway and the flat infrastructure. I did another gentleman, Ben, who is not here, he did the whole tower and all the power functions hidden inside here. So it's all hidden in a way like that. I did the hangar, and we basically did most stock stuff. And then as we did Comic-Con, we just started sprinkling in more little bits here and there. Some of the Arrested Development people that will notice the Baloo stair car. Yeah. I never watched the show, however. Oh, hey, Ben's right here. There he is. He's here. Nice.
Well, yes.
Yes. Hi.
Ben,
I would be
the other builder.
Yes. So the stair cars tie into the Arrested Development TV show. The Bluth family car was the stair car.
There's always money in the. There's always money in the
banana stand.
Banana stand. I love it. I love it. So continuing on, what else are we going to take a look at?
So I think what's really great about superheroes in general, and what we really like to do, is because we've got such a broad knowledge of pop culture and the superhero like mythology, is you can plug all these Easter eggs into it. And so like one of the most like validating things you get as a builder is when you've got someone coming around and they're like, wait a second, I know where that's from. Yeah. And I may be incriminating all three of us when I say that we may have procured some illegal downloads prior to, because we may have seen
footage for the purposes of
merely research purposes only. Okay, we did not profit.
Creating an iconic situation in the pop culture-esque world.
For a good cause.
Yeah. Although we can neither confirm or deny any of these allegations.
Exactly. So we wanted to recreate some of the scenes as to the screen as possible. So that's why we wanted to be as movie accurate. And so it was for the greater good.
Yeah. I'm sorry you had to take the sacrifice, or I'm grateful that you took the sacrifice, and I can't really tell which one I am.
Yes.
So,
but it's the good thing is doing a collab with other builders is you get to figure out how everybody does their different building styles. So that was one of the things. I mean, I live an hour away from both of these guys, so there was a lot of Google Hangouts calls and a lot of FaceTiming to say, "Hey, I'm doing this. Is your build going to fit into this little space?" And so there was a lot of coordination on the back end involved on all of that stuff. So,
I love it. I love it.
And can you talk a little bit more about the road technique and how you kind of laid all this out?
Skid marks.
Yeah, the skid marks, yeah. So basically, what I learned initially was, hey, I have a long bed pickup truck, so I'll build it right up to 90 base plates. Well, I have a modern long bed, so it's actually like 8 base plates and a couple of studs. So after Rose City Comic Con, I figured out I had to split it because it comes into 2 pieces. But I had to split it even further down to actually get it up here this year. So it's the basic underneath here. So it's 2 studs underneath on top of a base plate. And then it's just brick. It's basically the brick-built roads like the normal standard pin lug has done. But then I've taken out the sidewalks and dropped it a plate, so it's completely flush all the way across.
Very nice. So, and the skid marks sort of decreased belay usage, I'm sure.
It did. So I chewed through all of my 1x8 brick that I have lug bulked for 2 years. I have more coming in this year's lug bulk for doing our train lug stuff. But I actually looked into what airport was used because they filmed a lot on location, and then they did a lot of the backlot, like superhero fight scene stuff, green screen in Hollywood. So I actually went to the airport. So it is 26 left heavy at the airport is one of the actual runway numbers. So there was some research looking at it, and I was like, oh, hey, I can do skid marks and all this other stuff. But yeah, I have, like a big giant gallon Ziploc bag full of 1x2 and just black. So yeah, there's a lot of like, oh hey, we'll figure it out and make it work and all of that. Then it was the hey, how does an active runway work with it? You've got a big jumbo jet parked on it here, so there's all this. A couple pods come like your lights aren't. I was like, we did what we could, you know. Most of it's we're marketing on the level of the kids of going, well, hey, I saw that, I saw this movie and all this other stuff.
This is my favorite part, in all honesty, because this is the iconic scene from that movie. It's the showdown. You know, the Avengers they've split. They're going different ways. It's the Civil War, and that's them just running after each other on the runway after another. So I think this is my favorite part. I think it captured it really well.
And the giant Ant-Man, I love that too, that you got the big size as well as the small size there. That's awesome.
If you look further up on the gangway, the other one's there. So what we've done is we've tried to capture this portion of it, and then that portion. Then I've got to find Cap and Spider-Man because they're actually fighting with Ant-Man over here. And then in the far tail end corner is when Rhodey hits the crater. So that's over. Yeah, I just felt that too. But I mean, like, okay, so Deadpool wasn't in the movie, so we got that up there. What were Thor and Hulk doing the whole time? So we've got that. So there's an inside joke with the whole sausage thing, so we shoehorn that into like everything we can. But then you've got He's No Good to Me Dead, Boba Fett loading Han up into a Lego crate to ship off somewhere. So yeah.
My two favorite parts of this whole build, if I'm going to be perfectly honest, the design of the hangar and the little jet bridge.
Oh yes. So James did the gangway and all that. I did the hangar. So.
How was designing the gangway?
Oh, the gangway was, I pulled it from a couple different sources. Just tried to find something that was kind of captured the look of like that corrugated flexible piece that gets right up to the entryway on the airplane, and then to try to get the curve in there, and then they typically extend or on kind of wheels as well. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty well. It was I don't have a lot of brick at home, but I just tried to capture it as easily as I could.
Awesome. Now, I want to continue on this trend of pointing out favorite things and favorite parts of the build. What was your favorite part of the build?
I would say my favorite part of the build was my the tug over there on the far end of the...
okay.
I enjoyed making support vehicles for the airport.
That's awesome. Where do you get your design inspiration from?
I just look for pictures online, do a Google image search for the thing I want to build, and go off of it.
Well, wonderful stuff, guys. Fantastic build. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you guys very much.